So it was another day of drama. Guys, honestly, when it comes to Victory and Gigi, guys, I felt so bad for Gigi. Like, Victory said a lot of demeaning things to Gigi. At least you can see some highlights of what he told her from the video. Just because she actually fell in love with him in that house. I really feel like, and I hope that they sort this thing out after reunion, not just to continue their relationship, but at least to be cordial. Because he said a lot of things that he told Gigi that he wasn't even really interested in their relationship again. He clearly, because Ebka was asking him all these things, like, how can you be handling 3 women at the same time? He clearly said he likes Joanna, but Joanna told him about boundaries, that maybe she's not interested and all of that. But at the end of the day, he even also denied that he told Sultana that he likes her, and he wants to marry her, because Sultana said, you actually said that, and I don't know why you're denying it. So, and then he also, said that the reason why he called Gigi was because of Rude Boy. Because Rude Boy, the conversation was raised. Minipka asked Rude Boy said they were having guys talk and the conversation was raised. And he clearly told him, please, I think you should call her and have this conversation, because Gigi actually blocked him in all social media platforms, including WhatsApp. And he too started the blocking thing. So he said a lot of things that the lady likes, meant stuff, and she also is always in a Snapchat doing 1 or 2 things. Like, oh gosh, it was too much to listen to, guys. It was really too much to listen to. But all I have to say tonight is that Sultana shocked me in this night. Like, where was this type of Sultana when they were in the house? Like, she was saying so many things. Like, she was trying to stand up for herself. And again, I was shocked about what she said when she was being asked about Jason Jae, because when Ebuka now started asking Jason Jae with the relationship he had, he also had that square thing with Dede, Joanna, and Sultana. So they started with Joanna. Joanna was like, she was never interested in, Jason Jae. She just felt like Jason Jae is using her against Dede, because he realized that she was actually friends with Dede, based on Dede was close to Kola too. Do you understand? So she never took him serious, even though that he went to the, his media rounds and was saying things about her, but she was trying to save Jason Jae's ass, because Jason Jae always come to his bed and was always hard. There's nothing I did not hear this night. So the fact that Jason Jae was trying to justify the reason why he was doing that drives me crazy. I was like, hey, am I really thinking well again? Do you get? So it was actually Sultana that gave him the dose of what he really wants, because after Ebuka asked him of him and Dede, it was like he likes Dede, but there was nothing past that. They didn't really have a thing. But Ebuka was like, okay, you were making it look like you were jealous about what she had with Kola and all of that. Well, meanwhile, you're still going to Sultana and Joanna. So where are you? He said, we're in the confined space and all of that. He's trying to cope and all of that. And, he was trying to defend those things. And I was wondering, then it was like, there's more to the friendship. Like, it was beyond friendship, because anytime he sees her with Kola, he's always trying to ask and all of that. And she would try to start explaining herself. But Sultana gave me the shock of my life, my people. Because when Ibka was asking about the conversation over between him and the Sultana, so he was not like that he was almost emotional with Sultana and all of that. Sultana was like, what pissed her off was when he was going for his media and he was now busy calling her relentless chaser. Like, he went live to speak about that. He also said that was a bad word to use and all of that. But since she knew that he was in a relationship, why was she still coming? So Sultana was like, are you a baby? Why can't you say no when they come to you and all of that? You were still allowing it and you were still accepting it and all of that. So Sultana was like, he was just using Jason Jae because he was the only available tool for him to do what she wants to do, since he's the one in the relationship. Or my shock, because she said clearly that person she really liked when she came into the house was Koyin, but she didn't really want to, hurt the Koyin's feelings, or to start playing that kind of game with him and all of that. I was like, oh, see what Jason Jae just caused for himself. Because if I even also ask Jason Jae, how about your relationship outside? Is it still okay? He said yes, that they are good, they are still together. So Sultana was pissed and was like, when was I chasing you? When was I after you? And was telling Ebuka that she likes it when she moves to men and she makes them shake and they do their heart bidding. She really loves it. She enjoys it. I was like, Jesus. Now this babe we enter the house with this. Because why am I seeing this version outside the house and all of that? So Ebuka went ahead to ask Jason Jae, so why were you beefing Kola? Because it seems as if you guys were not close. It was not like it was not because of Dede thing and all of that. He just really wasn't getting the vibe from Kola and all of that. Kola was like, he felt like Jason Jae hates him because of the situation he has with. He couldn't even mention Dede's name. Hey, Shineke. The hate was intense. So I was shocked. Like, is this how Kola and Dede is right now? So, when they finished the issue, Ebuka even also asked Kola about his relationship with Koyin. Like, he noticed that, he didn't know whether, because from our viewers, he didn't know whether it's because of Koyin and Dede was close. That's why he wasn't talking to him. He was like, from day one when he entered the house, that he wasn't really talking to Koyin, so, and he must not talk to everybody in the house. But I know that Dede thing is also the center of attraction, because today was the triangle abi trapezium abi square shape in the house. So Dede was handling 3 of them, Koyin, Kola, and Jason. Jason was handling Sultana, Dede, and Joanna. So it was just then Victory too. It was just much, guys. So we began now asking questions for both Kola and Dede. So Dede was like, she felt bad because after the show, she knows he had conversation with Kola in maybe Beauty's birthday and all of that. So they had this talk and they even talked on phone. Even Kola invited her to his place and all of that. So she was wondering how he would go to interview and was calling her that person. And that I remember that statement too, that person and all of that. And I felt like Kola maybe came out of the house and felt used and useless. Maybe that was the pain and anger. Why would he treat her like this in the house and all of that? So, but Dede clearly mentioned that she has somebody. So even if told him, but she told you she has somebody, and he was like, he's somebody that is a go-getter, one man person. So he kept on pushing because he felt like he saw some, reciprocation from what he was doing and all of that. So, but he wished her well. That's all he can say and all of that. He really wish her well in whatever she's doing, but he has grown past it and all of that. So Dede was like, likewise, that she has also grown past it and wish him well too. So I was like, why are these people difficult? Even me, I was asking, why are they difficult to make this peace? So does it mean that all these things they are bantering online is still there and all of that? I was like, hey, we'll never even go third day safe. This kind of drama complaint like this, like it was too much. And these housemates are still giving the 10/10 vibes. I'm telling you the truth. They were still giving it. So guys, what do you think? Which one is the most highlight for you? Is it between Dede and Kola, or Victory and Gigi, or Sultana and Jason Jae? Because I feel like Sultana and Jason Jae, then Victory and Gigi. Because I think Dede and Kola were doing it in a more civilized manner. But Victory said a whole lot to Gigi. So, but see you guys in the next video.